Alright, so now we're going to talk about DML statements. DML stands for Data Manipulation Language. Now the purpose of this course is to give you hands-on experience, and I'm glad that we went over hands-on examples of what these are, so at least you know what we're about to talk about. Anytime you insert data, update data, delete data, even select data, it's called DML, Data Manipulation Language. Alright, so if I take something like this, insert into Honda, and insert values into the Honda table. First, let's describe Honda, and let's select star from Honda. This was a table we created, and if I insert into this table, it says one row created. We have now item number 10 called pilot for 8800. We don't have that here. So if I do select star from Honda, now I have item number 10. We just inserted rows. We inserted data into a Honda table in this database. So we manipulated data. That was an insert. What about an update? Our update is the same exact thing. We're updating information. It's the same exact thing. We're updating information. So anytime you update something, that means the data is going to change as well. So here we're going to do update Honda set price 1100 where item equals 3. First, let's find item 3. It's currently 5500, and we're saying we're going to change it to 1100. When I hit enter, one row updated. We manipulated data. Select star from EMP. Now, as you can see, item number 3, the passport, is now 1100. So DML statements are insert, update, delete, and even select. Select is, even though we don't change data permanently, you're selecting data and you get to see it differently. You get to see it differently. So if I just take this last statement here, delete from Honda where model equals CRV. So let's say we're no longer holding CRVs. We sold all of our CRVs and we want to delete these 2 rows. Well, if I issue this syntax, 2 rows were deleted. So if I select star from Honda, now as you can see there's no more CRVs. So the reason why I said select statements are still considered DMLs is because if I select star from EMP, and let's say I just want to see the names and the salaries of everyone, I can say select ename, sal from EMP. What if I only want to see the names and salaries of the salesman? I can say select ename, sal from EMP where job equals salesman. So I just technically manipulated data. Alright, I didn't permanently change anything with insert, update, or deletes, but technically what I'm looking at now is manipulated data. Because the EMP table is here. This is the full table, but I'm only looking at a piece of it. All right. So that's the basics of DML. DMLs are select, insert, update, delete. Select, insert, update, delete. Anytime you add, update, or delete data from a database, you are using a DML command, data manipulation language. So a group of DMLs make up a transaction. All right, a transaction. A group of DMLs make up a transaction. If a student registers for a college course, a couple of things are happening. First, the college is collecting money. So somewhere in the database, profit is going up. Tuition, some kind of tuition value is going up. There's a table for tuition. Also, the student's information is input into the database. The student's name, address, age, what course they want to take. And then also think about the third thing that might happen. The class that the student enrolls in has 1 less available seat. So now there is a class, there's a curriculum table that has to take some kind of information when a student registers for a college course. So anytime you hear a transaction, it just means that it's a group of DML statements. The last thing I want to say about DMLs is they require an intentional commit statement. Now, we went over commit already. We went over commit. If I select star from Honda, we're going to see a few changes that I did from the DML notes. I inserted values, I updated values, I deleted values. Notice we deleted the CRV and we don't have any more CRVs. Now, since I started this specific tutorial, I didn't issue a commit statement. So if I do a rollback statement, I have the option to bring the table back rollback, I have the rollback complete. I have the option to look at the table prior to all those changes. Now look, CRV is back. The passport is now 5,500 instead of 1,100. All right. And we made another change. So you can lose your work if you don't commit. But you have the advantage of always having a backup plan to being able to roll back. So it depends on what you're working on. But just remember, DML statements require an intentional commit statement. That's the statement, COMMIT semicolon. All right. DMLs are changing. You're changing the data, but one rollback statement can wipe out all of your work. So DML statements are insert, update, delete, and select. Anytime you insert, update, or delete any data, you have to do a commit statement for it to save. So that's DML in a nutshell, data manipulation language.